Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. This is going to be the third part for the month of June 2025. The session will remain in English medium. As you can see that I'm going to converse with you in English throughout. If you're not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the Hindi session. That is also there in the playlist. So June 2025, part 3, let's start from here on. Okay, if we start from the first question, you have to understand something that we try to deliver topic-wise current affairs. When we have this section of India updates, we'll talk about major events which took place in India and they are important from the perspective of your exam, of course. Let's start from the first question. Now, National India Updates, E-Vidhan application. What is it? National E-Vidhan application, which is popularly known as NEVA. It has nothing to do with NEVA Bhupa. It is NEVA. The way it is written, it's that. It is National E-Vidhan application. So, Vidhan, what are we referring to? One nation, one app. All the legislatures which are there, the law-making bodies in the state, we call them legislatures, like Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. If you know a little bit of, politics, I am saying Legislative Assembly and Legislative Councils are there in the states and union territories. Some of the union territories have, legislative councils as well. Now, what I'm actually saying is, legislatures are those law-making bodies and we are saying they are bringing all the legislatures at one place together, which is NEVA app, and that NEVA is E-Vidhan application. They'll ask you what NEVA is, what is it for, and which ministry has launched it. So, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs is behind this. I'll repeat. I said National E-Vidhan application is to connect all the legislatures, bring all the legislatures at one place, which is one nation, one app conveys the idea, and which ministry is behind it? Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. So, I think I have made myself clear. That is NEVA, E-Vidhan application. As the questions are about government itself, you must understand that such questions are asked in the exams more. They carry some value, more value than other questions. So, please stay focused. I understand that. You won't find such questions very interesting. But still, from the perspective of your exam, if you can see such questions straight away in your exam, try to learn them. Again, Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag. If you don't understand what Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag is, it is basically Indian languages section. Anubhag is section. So, in Hindi we call it Anubhag. So, we are saying Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag. It is Indian language section. We want to promote Indian languages in the administration. Every country does that. We don't do that. We use whatever language we prefer. So, we are saying we wish that Indian languages should be preferred in administration. For that, one Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag or Indian languages section got added. Who launched it? Ministry of Home Affairs. Home Minister himself, came up with this. So, Ministry of Home Affairs is behind this Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag. Try to learn it. What is it for? You have to understand that in administration, they wish to promote Indian languages. That is why a section came up. Ministry of Home Affairs came up with it. Now, the next question is International Shooting Sports Federation. International Shooting Sport Federation, ISSF, which is popularly, generally, usually known as international, known as ISSF only. As it is a shooting federation, India's rank remained quite high because our shooters do wonders, we all know that. So, India's rank was third, that is why I am teaching you this point. And the World Cup held in Munich, you have to learn that. I'll repeat. I said ISSF World Cup 2025 held in Munich and India's rank was third. That is what you have to learn. What I have highlighted, just that. The next question is indigenous missile extended trajectory, long duration hypersonic cruise missile. Extended trajectory, hypersonic cruise missile. It is actually a long duration hypersonic cruise missile. It is under a project called Vishnu and it is developed by DRDO. These are the 2 pointers that you have to learn from 1 point. I'll make you revise. See, what happens is when you study something and when you are studying it in some other language, probably you're not very comfortable in. You should write. You should write each and every point. I'll give you the PDF of all the questions. Please understand that. But what is important, you have to make notes. You yourself have to write these pointers. And I believe you're sitting alone when you watch such videos. And when you are, try to repeat these questions. When I'm teaching you side by side, after listening to them once, repeat these questions. That's how they'll stay in your mind. Let me repeat. National E-Vidhan application, NEVA app, is by Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. It is for One Nation, One App for all the legislatures. Next, Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag in English, it is known as Indian Languages section. It is to promote Indian languages in the administration and it is by Ministry of Home Affairs. International Shooting Sport Federation World Cup 2025 took place in Munich and India's rank was 3rd. Indigenous missile extended trajectory hypersonic cruise missile developed by DRDO. 1. Second, it is under Project Vishnu, comes under Project Vishnu, which got generated. Indigenous, that means India made, like India made it on its own. So indigenous missile by DRDO under the Project Vishnu actually came in, right? So with that you've understood that I'm not going to waste your time at all. But if you are not willing to watch the English session, Hindi session is there, please. You can go and watch that session. We record such sort of sessions primarily for our students who are in South India, who are in Northeast India, like those who are not comfortable with Hindi, like the students who are in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, maybe Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. So please understand that. If you are comfortable, you can keep watching it, no problem. But prime objective is that they should watch that session. Do press the like button, because if you understand everything what I'm teaching you, I expect this much from you because I've brought many points, you know that. I'm not narrating a story here, I'm straight away giving you the pointers which are questions which will be there in your exam for sure, you know that. Now, Adamaya. What is Adamaya? Adamaya is basically out of 8 fast patrolling vessels have to be handed over to Indian Navy by Goa Shipbuilders Limited. So the first is Adamaya. Which has actually been given to Navy, which has actually been handed over to Navy in Goa. Indirectly I've told you everything. Now Adamaya is a fast patrolling vessel, ship. Fast patrolling vessel, fast patrolling ship, right? So I'm saying 8 in total have to be handed over to Indian Navy. Goa Shipbuilders Limited is actually making it. First has already been handed over. The name of it is Adamaya, right? So Adamaya, first high speed fast patrol vessel under 8 fast patrol vessel project built by Goa Shipbuilders Limited. I hope I could make it clear. The next question is, this question is significant. You must understand that India launches first NBFC for maritime sector. It is Sagarmala Finance Corporation. You know, I've seen that like people have made a complete video on that. You'll just get 1 or 2 questions out of this particular section and it will be covered just in 1 point. You need not watch the entire video on that. I know, I understand that it is important. Sagarmala Corporation, Sagarmala Finance Corporation is important. They'll tell you what was the name earlier. You need not know that. It comes under the category of Mini Ratna. Yes, this company was there in the category of Mini Ratna already. It is a public sector undertaking. It is government's company. It is like a government company, PSU it is. But what I'm saying, it has been renamed. Now it is listed as an NBFC. First, the name was something else. You need not learn that, otherwise you will get confused. When I say first, so people assume that it's a new company, although we can call it a new in some way because it has been restructured, it has been renamed, and now it is going to work as an NBFC, non-banking financial company. And I'm saying it is for maritime sector, it is for the Navy sector, people who wish to, start working in that particular sector want some kind of loan or credit from this company, so they can actually go ahead with this particular organization, Sagarmala Finance Corporation. I'll repeat. I said Sagarmala existed already. Now it has been renamed as Sagarmala Finance Corporation Limited. It is for maritime sector. It is a PSU, a public sector enterprise undertaking. It is already a government company. It was that successful sort of company that it was already there in Mini Ratna category. So it is that important. Now it has been listed as an NBFC, non-banking financial company. Now it is for maritime sector only, right? Now India launches first NBFC for maritime sector, Sagarmala Finance Corporation. The next question is India-Africa commemorative pillar in honor of World War I martyrs. Like those who died in World War I, we are actually willing to dedicate something to them. So in their memory, we have come up with a commemorative pillar. So commemorative pillar, that pillar will be of course there in Kenya. So when it is written as India and Africa, you must understand Africa is huge. If people say East Africa, it is huge. So you must know the name. They'll ask you the name in the examination. It is Kenya. I'll repeat. India and Africa commemorative pillar in honor of World War I martyrs in East Africa. It got placed and India and Kenya did that collectively. The next question is India's rank is 15th globally in terms of FDI inflows. So foreign direct investment that we are referring to, foreign direct investment, and it is coming into the country. So we are saying FDI inflows 27.6 billion, that huge, but it actually keeps your country only at 15th position. FDI, foreign direct investment, the investment comes into the country. We are saying as per that 15th is the position our country holds. India ranks 15th globally. First learn that. Amount, money, inflow of US dollar 27.6 billion. Next question, chairman of Economic Advisory Council. I hope you understand the significance of this question. S. Mahendra Dev. It's not Mahadev. I hope it were. S. Mahendra Dev is the name of the person who has actually become Economic Advisory Council, right? Chairman of Economic Advisory Council. Let me help you revise all that. Adamaya is the first high-speed patrolling vessel of 8 fast patrol vessels which have to be handed over to the Navy by Goa Shipbuilders Limited. It is the first one. Sagarmala Finance Corporation for maritime sector. It has become the first NBFC for maritime sector and India launched it. India-Africa commemorative pillar in honor of World War I martyrs who died in World War I, and in East Africa it got placed. I'm saying India and Kenya did that collectively. India ranks 15th globally in terms of FDI and flows, the money which came into the country. So which came in country, it is 27.6 billion US dollars. Chairman of Economic Advisory Council, S. Mahendra Dev. Learn his name also, even if it is the last point, it is equally important, you know that, because Chairman of Economic Advisory Council, I hope you understand that, it is significant, right? Now, see, if you wish to learn from us, if you wish to join us, the numbers are given below. You can anytime call our executives, they'll help you joining the right course for you. CGL is there, you know that, CHSL is there, SBI exam like PO is there, and there are many other exams which are lined up for the year. If you wish to prepare from us, online.vidyaguru.in is the website. You can go and take the course of your choice. All the teachers will help you in all possible manners to give you the right questions, give you the kind of questions which are going to be there in your exam surely and straight away. So you can, prepare with us, you can join us, but that's up to you. If you are watching this video, keep watching it till the end because these questions are important. At least the section of GS will be covered majorly. Nowadays, they don't ask questions more on static GS. because they also understand that general studies, when you keep learning history, geography and polity, they don't ask those many questions from there. Nowadays they ask more questions from current affairs. The section was supposed to ask 5-6 questions, now they ask more questions on current affairs. So please stay focused, keep watching the video till the end, that will benefit you a lot. When you write the exam, you will surely know that. Now once again, ICMR, it is Indian Council of Medical Research. For you, Indian Council of Medical Research launched its first high performance computing facility. So it is Nakshatra. They'll ask you what Nakshatra is. It is not that Nakshatra that you are thinking of. It is a Nakshatra which is a computing facility by ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. And where did they launch it? It is National Virology Institute of Virology, Pune, where they launched it, right? Let me repeat. ICMR launched first high performance computing facility Nakshatra, and they launched it at National Institute of Virology, Pune. First position to payment banks in terms of performance for the year 2024. India Post Payment Banks. What else do you expect? India Post Payment Bank got the first position. Anyway, first position in payment banks in India in the performance index for financial year 24-25, India Post Payment Bank. The next question is the operation launched by CBI, not SBI. It is of course crime branch, not SBI or State Bank of India. The exam is out, so you must keep on thinking about SBI, I know that. So here I am talking about CBI, crime branch. So what they did is, like, transactional crimes are like happening at multiple places. So they actually they actually went to some places, they got some traces to actually work upon that particular thing. They came up with Operation Chakra. I'll repeat. I said the operation launched by CBI to curb, to control, to make it lessen. I'm saying transactional cybercrime syndicates, they wanted to nab them. Those syndicates had to be controlled, so they actually nabbed them. Operation Chakra is the operation they came up with. Bhashini is basically an AI powered language translation app. So now you'll not go to Google, you should go to Bhashini. So Bhashini is basically an AI powered language translation app which will translate the language from one language to another, and it is by Ministry of Electronics and IT. Yes. Try to learn the name carefully. Bhashini is a translation app. Okay. A stealth multi-role frigate. A stealth multi-role frigate. Stealth, which is concealed, which is hidden, right? Frigate is a warship. A small warship is a frigate. That is what we are saying. That it is a ship. What kind of ship are we referring to? A stealth multi-role frigate commissioned in Indian Navy. It is from Russia. The name of it is INS Tamal. Why this question seems more significant? India is now relying more on indigenous made ships or vehicles or vessels. To be very frank with you, we are planning that we should actually not move to any other country outside. We should make all the things here in India. So they seem to be not taking anything anymore from any other country. So you can actually consider it the last one. That is how the country is describing it. Let me repeat. I said a stealth multi-role frigate is there. INS Tamal, made by Russia, India and Russia collectively, or Russia completely. The important part is they are believing that we will not take any foreign, ships from now on, like any warships from foreign. We will be making it on our, in our own country at our own place. So that is why, from that perspective, INS Tamal is important. So who made it? Russia made it. Got commissioned in Indian Navy? Yes. And what is it? It is a stealth multi-role frigate. Let me repeat. ICMR launched its first high-performance computing facility, Nakshatra, in National Institute of Virology, Pune. First position in payment banks, India Post Payment Banks, of course. The operation launched by CBI to curb transactional cybercrime syndicates, it's Operation Chakra. Bhashini is a AI-powered language translation platform by Ministry of Electronics and IT. Stealth multi-role frigate, INS Tamal by Russia. Got commissioned in Indian Navy. and this page, state news, where we are going to talk about states a little more. See, although the questions are from states, you know that, but they have national significance. They have national significance. They are surely going to be there in your exam. Whichever exam you write, any government job exam or any entrance exam that will benefit you, if that has the section of current affairs, the questions are from there. Every video has around minimum 30 points and maximum it can go up to 50-60 points. Just one video will give you 30 to 50 points. So I think my assumption is you should watch the entire video. State news. A state declared the years of 2025 to 35. That means the period of 10 years. So it is basically a decade. So decade of hydropower. They'll generate energy from water. They'll generate energy from water. So which state said that? Arunachal Pradesh said that. They declared it. I said 2025 to 35. They are calling it a decade of hydropower. Arunachal Pradesh said that. Please learn the name, learn the title they have given. So they are working more on hydropower. Arunachal Pradesh is doing it. Khelo India University Games. Not youth games or not winter games. We are talking about Khelo India University Games. So Jaipur will be hosting it. Rajasthan, Jaipur will be hosting it. Khelo India University Games 2025 will be hosted by Jaipur. 1000 crores green data center. See, if you don't understand the meaning, you need not. Don't get into it. So we are saying data center is like the foundation has been laid. It is in Ghaziabad. Green means like they have to work on the efficiency. It should not have more impact on the environment. It should have very less environment on the less impact on the environment. That is what the assumption is. That is why green data center. I'll repeat. 1000 crores they have spent. They are planning to spend on green data center. The foundation of this green data center has already been laid in Ghaziabad. Ghaziabad is in UP. So it is UP's initiative, it was Rajasthan's initiative, that was Arunachal Pradesh. Now first Indian state to implement mobile e-voting system for urban elections. So you know elections are there in Bihar. As elections are there in Bihar, so Bihar we have to talk about in urban elections, e-voting is basically being, started. Let me repeat. First Indian state to implement mobile-based e-voting system for urban elections, that's Bihar. Mascot Viraj. I asked you a question in the previous video, what Viraj is. Viraj is the young spirited animal, elephant, and the Chief Minister of Delhi launched it. And why this mascot is important? Because you will see that World Para Athletic Championship is taking place in India. New Delhi is hosting it. So in New Delhi, Chief Minister has come up with a mascot also. Para athletes, those who are actually disabled in some or the other way, they are not like normal athletes. They have some physical disability. So para athletes. World Para Athletic Championship will take place in Delhi. And I am saying the mascot has already been released. The mascot is Viraj. And that Viraj is a young, beautiful, spirited animal. Elephant. You can see that, right? Let me, make you revise all that. State declared years of 25 to 35, decade of hydropower, Arunachal Pradesh. Khelo India University Games in Jaipur, Rajasthan. They'll be hosting it. 1000 crores spent on green data center. Foundation has already been laid in Ghaziabad, UP. First Indian state to implement mobile-based e-voting in urban elections in Bihar. Mascot Viraj for World Para Athletic Championship, which will take place in New Delhi. And I'm saying young spirited young animal, elephant. Viraj is basically the mascot. They'll ask you what Viraj is. So you have to answer it. That is why I made a question that way. Try to learn the name Viraj and what Viraj is. Please, it is important. With that, we have come to an end of the session. So if you liked it, do press the like button. I'm expecting at least that much from you. And if you wanted to watch the Hindi session, that is also there in the playlist. Go and check that. Thank you so much for watching.